Yo boys, what's good? What's good? Um, so today I took one trade and it was a loss, but I'm recording until right now because I had no time to fucking record it as soon as I ended trading. But let's get to it, okay? So today is June 3. So as you can see right here, June 3. So let's get to it, okay? I want to make it as quick as possible so y'all don't waste time on it, okay? So as I said yesterday, these are some advices I had for myself that basically fucking, would help me avoid the losses I took last week if I follow them. So, okay, so this is the notes I took as the opening range was setting because y'all know I wait for the opening range to set, and after that, that's when I start taking trades. So I said, we just made an all-time high on NQ. Yes, it's a little bit behind, but could also follow to all-time high. So at the time, um, this high right here was an all-time high, and we literally dropped lower and we were between start of day VWAP and previous days New Year VWAP, and on ES we went up to them and never closed above them, and we had some equal highs over here and equal lows. So we were inside of a range, but I was leaning bullish. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Okay, VWAPs on NQ look pretty spread. So a spread means like previous day New York VWAP starts before start of day, so it's good that it's the first one on the bottom. Then start of day is the second one on the bottom, and then New York VWAP could be here. So if we get above them, that those could be good longs to all-time highs again, and they're pretty spread. That's what I meant. And then I said we wait for opening range, but I am still leaning bullish because of all-time highs, and we are not below previous day's low. So as you can see, this is previous day's high, previous day's low on ES, and as you can see, we were not even close to previous day's low. So that's what I was saying. So that's my first markup. Second markup, I said right now that we just touched the blue BWAP right here. So we went lower into this what's it called? Um into the previous day New Year BWAP and started the BWAP, and then we went up to the New Year BWAP. I said I felt tempted to go long on MEQ, but MES is what kept me from not taking this trade, and I'm really glad I didn't take it. So that's also a good thing. So that's my second markup, and then this is my third markup. Boom. Let me see. I said tough spot I am in. We are below all BWAPs on both assets. ES broke previous day's low, but NQ didn't. The opening range high is an all-time high on NQ, and BWAPs are now close together. So basically, there's things telling me we could take some shorts, but there are things telling me we could take some longs. So at this point in time, the day is mixed. So it's gonna be a little bit more choppy, could lead to a little bit more choppiness, or it could lead you to think in a different way than what you should be thinking, in the way that you should be thinking. That's to say. But at this point, I was still leaning for a long. All I wanted was to go long on the first asset that crossed the blue New York BWAP. That's all I was waiting for. And that could also meant a double break trade, which means we break opening range low and then we break the New York BWAP with momentum, and then we target opening range high. So this is the thing. At the end, uh, I enter my long position right here on MES, and I was targeting, opening range high or just, higher moves. And I see, as you can see, I held through all of these, boom, and I just decided to cut my trade right here. And eventually, price just ended up going lower to a new lower day. And, if I had placed my stop loss here, I would have, if I would have left my stop loss here, I would have, lost more. And I think it was just, we would we were not getting above the BWAP, and it just didn't make any sense to keep on holding into this trade. So I just decided to close it. And I said, I think I made a mistake on this trade on ES because ES took previous day's low and NQ didn't, meaning NQ is a more bullish asset. So if I had taken this same exact setup on NQ or on MNQ, with the double break, boom, like this high, I could have taken a partial at this high and stop loss and break even, something, or just get out at that high. But I think the way I would have managed this trade over here would have been way better than this trade over here. And the only thing that I could have done better was taking the same exact setup, but on MNQ instead of MES. That's the thing I could have done different. And how could I have predicted that, or how could I have known this? Well, that's what I'm saying, because NQ didn't go below previous day low at any certain time before this, and MES did. MES went all the way down to previous day low. NQ didn't. That means NQ is a more bullish asset as of now. So I could have taken along on NQ and then just hold through all of this, and then eventually just get out, or even when price did this low and then boom closed above it, maybe trail my stop loss down to this low and then it get taken out, but for a small stop loss, something way different than this. So there were a lot of different ways to manage my position if I was on MEQ instead of MES and close to the New York B-Web. So that's something to learn. Always try to take you long on the strongest asset to the upside, and always try to take your shorts on the stronger assets to the downside. I think that's what I would tell myself the next time something like this presents itself, you know. And I don't think there's any other way to see this. And I think that only other good trade is if you took a short on this IFBG like 930 Judah swing and all of this to the downside to previous day's low. I don't know who caught that, and if y'all did, good job. But for me, that's it. And as always, like if y'all have any comments, advices for me, I will gladly read them and try to apply them if I see they could work out for me. And in the meantime, yeah, I'm always on a 25K account, EVA, and today I lost like I think it was $140 or $60 that I lost on this account. So, you know, but we still got tomorrow and Friday, so we'll see how it does. Thank you for watching, guys.